What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing some more work on the MR2. So right now we're actually getting ready to pull off the old radiator. We got the bumpers off of this thing like a couple weeks ago, and right now we're ready to install a brand new radiator that we got for the MR2. In this box over here we have a brand new Mr2 aluminum radiator, and it also came with a fan shroud with 2 fans. So we are going to be taking this old one off and replacing it with the brand new Mr2 one, and then we're going to be seeing what we need to do to run new coolant lines to the engine and just find out what fittings and parts we'll need to get the cooling system done on the MR2. But for right now we're going to go ahead and start by getting this thing off. It looks like it's pretty much already unbolted. I think we might try to take this front piece off right here because it looks like this unbolts, and then just unplug the fans and get that out of there, and then we'll start installing our new one. Out of the way enough. There it is. Looks like a coolant temp sensor or something. Probably shows the fans to come on.
So it's not even like bolted on anywhere.
Just like having the bumper and everything together holds it all in place. There's that. Out with that thing. It's all gunked up like that.
Did good for how many years? 20? Something? 30?
Alright, well now it's time to unbox our new radiator from Mr2. Our first non-eBay radiator.
Yeah, I think sweet.
Yeah, check it out. It's a real Mr2. We went genuine this time. It's gonna look sick. So before we put this on, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just like kind of wash off the front of the car. Probably take this trim piece off right here because it has a whole bunch of dirt on it. We already have the hose, so we can just kind of wash it off real fast, and then we'll get this installed. So you have this hooked up to the hot water? That stuff's so hot.
Do I?
I think so, yeah, you do. The bottom one's the hot.
Hey, that's that pressure washer, dude.
So
the steam clean.
Dirty girl. Alright, so we got the radiator unboxed, and then in this one is our shroud and fans. Oh yeah. Those are sick. Then these are made to go directly on our radiator right here. We'll get this guy bolted on real quick and then get her back in the car. Oh yeah, look at that.
That's nice.
Fits up perfect. And then I think all the hardware is in here. So, looks like there's some, even came with the weather stripping. I think to go like up here on the top of it.
It's a lot slimmer too than this thing.
Oh, puking a little bit.
Oh.
Oh yeah. It's all like 10 pounds lighter, I feel like, on that. So save a little weight as well. Got some fans. So now we have to take these rubber things off this one too. Put them on our new one. Those guys go right here.
That thing's way wider, huh?
Yeah, it is. You have to go like under to get those in.
Get it under here.
Yep. Forward barely. Get my fingers pinched in here. Oh, there you go. Yep, there it is. Just like that. That was a really snug fit. Nice and tight. We had to take the hood latch off to get it in there, but put this guy back on and we're set. All right, we got our new Mr2 radiator installed on the MR2, and now we're gonna go ahead and lift this thing up into the air and take a look at the factory coolant lines and see what we need to do to run coolant to the engine.
Come on, Goofy Bill.
Oh, there it is. Actually, can you pull back on it some? Yeah. A little too far. There you go, yep. Perfect. Coolant lines are on.
Damn nipples.
So we got the MR2 up on the lift, and we're just seeing what we need to get the fuel and coolant system done. We went ahead and took apart our filter right here just to double check what size filter was in there. We have 100 micron, and I'm going to be reusing that, and I'm just going to clean it off, and that should be good to go. And then we're going to see what fittings we need to mount our 750. This is the one we got from Cletus when we were in Florida, and I'm actually only missing one fitting. All I need is a -8 to -10 to adapt this line, and then that will go to our filter on this end, and that goes to the tank. And then we actually already have this -8 that I had in the car already, and I'm going to be able to reuse that. And then the pump already has a -8 fitting right there, so we can just tap into that, and then this line will run all the way to our fuel rail, and that should be pretty straightforward. So we just need that one fitting because my old pump actually had a -10 to -8 on here, and then this fitting doesn't fit in our 750 pump, but I just need that fitting, and then the fuel system shouldn't be too hard from there. And then for the coolant lines, I think I'm going to be cutting this off right here. These are some steel coolant lines right here. They're factory with the MR2, and I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to be welding on a -16 AN fitting right here, so that we can run a -16 AN line from here up to that guy right there. You can see the -16 fitting coming off that K-tuned coolant housing off the side of the head right there, and then that will be done. And then I'm also going to be getting a billet K-tuned thermostat housing right here that will bolt to that guy, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll get a -16 fitting that will come off of that, and then run a line to this tube, cut this off, and weld another -16 fitting there, and then we'll just have an AN line going right there, and it will look nice and clean and simple. Then we'll just reuse our factory coolant lines, and then those are already plumbed into the radiator we just installed, and then all that will be done. And something else we just found out that was pretty cool. So we were looking at this line right here. This right here is my old -6 return, and I was planning on reusing this, but we're like, oh, it's a little too short, because I had my old regulator mounted like right over here somewhere, and this was able to reach, but right now it won't, because I want to mount the new regulator I got, I think somewhere up here, like off of that stud or off that hole. But this line right where it's at won't reach. And I was like, well, we're gonna have to order some new -6 line to do that. But if you come over here, climb up into the MR2, turns out I actually have some extra, because past Kyle was lazy and didn't want to cut this to length, and I actually just zip tied it up here, and I completely forgot I did this. And I think if we cut that zip tie, we're gonna have an extra like 3 feet right here, and we will be good. I don't know how many of you remember when I relocated the battery on the hatch to the front bumper a long time ago, and I had that huge coil of wire up in my engine bay, and all you guys were giving me crap for it because I just didn't cut it to length. I just let it rest in the engine bay, and it looked like crap. Kind of the same thing going on here. I was just too lazy to cut it to length, but you know what? Being lazy paid off, and now because I did that, I don't have to make a new return line. We're gonna be able to reuse this one. Just gonna cut that zip tie, and should reach just fine. Yeah, go ahead and pull it through. There's plenty now, huh? Oh yeah.
More than enough.
Dang, being lazy paid off.
So once? No, I'm just kidding.
2 years later. See, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, that was just for the just in case.
Yep. I was like, you know what? One day when I need more fuel line, it's gonna come in handy.
Is this it? Oh, this is another fuel.
Yeah, no, that's it. Look how much extra is.
Damn, that's a lot, dude.
I know, I never trimmed it. All right, so we got the car lowered back down, and we figured out everything we need for the fuel and coolant system. So we just wrote down a list of fittings. We will have those on the way, probably get most of it tomorrow and start on that. But right now we're actually getting ready to get the blow-off valves tacked on and in place. So we are running 2 blow-off valves, and I got the flanges for them right here. So I actually had to just take these and kind of hollow them out, because these flanges are made for like 2-inch piping. So I had to shave them down so they'd fit around this 4-inch pipe, but I got that done so they fit nice and snug on there. And we're just gonna be mounting both of these guys about something like that. So right now I'm just gonna go and mark them with a Sharpie where I want them. Then we're gonna pull this charge pipe off, and I'll get it all tacked up, and then I'm actually going to be welding the flange on first. In the past, I've always hole sawed the hole out first in the charge pipe and then put the flange on. But I actually just found out that Sean does it a different way. He puts this on first and then just takes the hole saw and then hole saws it from the inside, and that makes a lot more sense to me to do it that way. So we're not like messing with trying to burn out that edge and stuff. So I'm actually gonna weld it all the way on first, and then we will hole saw them through. But we don't have the right size hole saw, so that is something else we have to get tomorrow. So for now, we're just gonna get them tacked in place and just get that out of the way. But we'll go ahead and mark them right now, draw some circles, and then we will pull this off and get them welded. There's our ball valves. Gotta get them fully welded on, but they look sick. Alright guys, I'm just wrapping up this video from yesterday. I know it wasn't a very long one, but we got the Mishimoto radiator installed on the MR2, and that thing came out sweet. It's actually probably the first radiator we have on the channel that is genuine and not from eBay. But we got that on there, came out awesome. We got the blow-off valves tacked in place on the MR2 where they need to be. We spent a lot of the day yesterday just getting a list of parts together, like the fittings and lines we will need for the coolant and fuel system for the MR2. And we got all that figured out, so hopefully we can have that done in the next couple days and just keep going from there on the MR2. And right now I'm actually getting ready to load up the Prelude and take it over to the track and see if we can't run a faster time with this thing and just see where it goes. So I'm getting ready to do that right now. But I did want to wrap this video up from yesterday. Like I said, no, it wasn't very long. Sorry that there was not more intercooler content or hot girls in this video, but it is what it is. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed regardless, and thanks for watching.